paces, but intentionally slow. Like the plot, you know, no book is like, a lot of them aren't like that all the time, especially this kind of genre. But I really like that it's a bit slow towards the end and everything. I'm trying to find room on my desk to put the books I've already like told you about. And then, now this one is a bit of a childish pick. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. So I have had this book, I think, 17 years, I want to say. And boy, can you kind of tell. To be fair though, I say that this is quite high quality for how old it is. So basically, as a kid, I pretty much can remember this before watching the Disney Cinderella. Okay, so for the longest time, this is what I thought Cinderella kind of looked like a little book character. So when I saw her on TV in the movie, I was very surprised. I was there like, what? I was like, hold on, crazy. And I also watched Cinderella on VHS. I feel old saying that. And she was brunette. She was like dark brown, and had brown eyes. So you can see why I was confused, right? But yeah, I've had this book for 17 years. It's illustrated by Fran Thatcher. What a British name is that? And I was talking to my aunt about this book because she actually gave this to me. She read these with me when I was younger. And she said that these used to be part of a collection of books that were of a similar design, and I think that's cool. Like, I love the illustrations. I think they're beautiful. Look at that. Hopefully you could see that and I wasn't just flashing like the corner of the book. You can see my face behind, trying to focus. Pardon me, oh my gosh. But yeah, look at the dresses. Look at the dresses. I will say, this dress, this pink one here, looks very similar to the one in the animated Doodah movie. But yeah, I just thought it's really cool. I don't know, I love it. Where's the prince? How's he depicted? It's kind of more accurate in my opinion to like, I'm not even going to try and guess the century period that this is. I'm really hoping that you cannot hear the music slash TV sounds that are coming from my neighbour. I apologise greatly if you can. I'm trying everything in my power to not, film when they're loud, but they are quite noisy, and they are a night person, and I'm a morning person, so we're doing what we can, The next one is a more, oh wait, I need to move this. The next one is like a fantasy, not like it's like a fantasy Chinese mythology, if I'm correct, I could be wrong. And it's Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. Now, if you have never read a book by Sulin Tan, I highly recommend her. The way she writes, I think her writing really suits like younger characters, as in like young teens, or I think it suits it. And basically it's a retelling of the story, let me try and get this right, of Janjay, the moon goddess, and her lover Hiroshi. I could be completely wrong in those pronunciations, please search it up. I am not aware of how to pronounce them because booby brain, that's the only excuse I have and I'm using it. And it's really told well. I don't know, her daughter, obviously her daughter is the main character of this because daughter. Imagine if it just said the moon goddess. I would still read it actually, that sounds cool. But she feels really real. Does that make any sense? Like, the main character feels like real. And she's not like super feisty, but she's not super like sensitive either type of thing. I don't mind either way. And I really like just the first one you get to. I wouldn't be able to tell you out of the different perspectives who the main characters kind of are. I would say the women in the story are the main characters. But there is like one male perspective, or is it two? I think there's one, not two, but one, I think. But yeah, honestly, it's brilliant. Also, circling back to that giant thing where it blew up on chunky that's like Nestor and Cassian. If you know, you know. But I don't know. I did get it from Amazon, so because basically authors don't get as much money if you buy their book from Amazon. At least I think they don't. We talked about this in one of my classes recently. So I was like, I'm gonna buy it, but also I didn't know the degree that Sarah J. Maas was kind of, how do we put it lightly, a wrong un, until after I purchased said book, and I was there like, oh. So I read the book anyway, 'cause I bought it. So, you know, it is what it is. But I thought it was a good series, and I'm trying to find her Throne of Glass series secondhand, like the whole thing, so then I can buy it all secondhand, because I've heard really good things about that series, and that series kind of sounds a little bit better than the one I just read in a way, because I kind of like Alien. I want to say Alien, but that is completely wrong genre. But yeah, so I want to kind of find that secondhand for obvious reasons. But yeah, and then do I have any others? Dance of Thieves. Oh my god! If you take away two things actually from this, read Private Tree and read the Dance of Thieves duology. You will not regret it, my love. Please, I'm begging. Please read the Dance of Thieves. Please. For as far as I'm aware, Mary E. Pearson is a good person. Samantha Shannon, I think, is. So, as far as I'm aware, do some research before you buy. I now do that. In the past, I did not do that. Hashtag book dog problems. It's so